Gemini. Welcome to December's Zodiac wheel reading. So good to have you back, Gemini. And welcome to any new viewers as well. So I would just like to center now and focus on the Gemini frequency. And invite Great Spirit, angels and my guides to join me in this reading for Gemini. And thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for any messages for Gemini's highest good and the good of all concerned. So, okay. Perfect amount of cards. How's that? I do love that when that happens. Okay, so I feel here for you, Gemini, with the Four of Swords in your first house, there is a sense about you that you would like to withdraw. This is taking a break, taking a rest, recuperation after maybe some kind of cold or flu, ailment of some description. It is letting you know that if you have been feeling a bit fatigued or under the weather, this will bring you back to being more active and involved in just in general, really. So, but it is also a sign to me that there is a time for rest and taking a break, which is wonderful around this time of year to be able to go on a holiday and enjoy yourself and just relax. Yeah, so the hibernation card. And then we have here the nurturer, Queen of Cups, presenting herself there in the area of your self-worth. So there is a nurturing female influence, water sign most likely. If she's not a water sign, then it will be someone who can easily tap into that part of herself, because this is the area of self-worth being influenced by nurturing and a loving support and the feminine energy from a water sign. Excuse me. So that could be a Cancerian, Pisces or Scorpion. And I feel too, guides are saying to me that it is a case of you taking care of yourself and looking after yourself. Now here we have new business and enterprise with the Ace of Pentacles, and there's communications coming about that. So anything that you're looking at getting started or off the ground, or finding information, finding out, researching it, because it's in the communication house, it's in short distance travel, neighbourhood, siblings. This is the new beginnings of new possibilities. And it is a financial nature, so it usually does end up being something to do with business work, increase in income. So that's a lovely one to have there. Even if it's because you want to go on a short journey, this is also another one of letting you know that you can start planning it and putting the pennies away here in December, Gemini. and then you'll be able to take that journey. Now we have the Nine of Wands in the base of your wheel, in the foundation part of home and family. Now the Nine of Wands is an interesting influence because it's tying up loose ends, as you can see that him there on the card, you know, tying up the loose ends on the scarecrow. It's also, you know, pushing away any competition or finding a way to detract menacing, annoying situations from the home. And preparing well. So prepare the home well. There are no obstacles standing in your way anymore, Gemini. So any obstacles that you did have there that you had to remove, it looks like that you've removed them successfully. Try not to become paranoid about any situations or overly defensive or suspicious either. And examine your feelings on a deep level before you react. So, you know, make sure you haven't got your foot in your mouth. And I feel if it's to do with the family or home, which this is the placement for that, it might be a case of, you know, do you need to just step back and let others sort things out? So be careful of that, because you've got two wand cards in the parenting area. This is the 10th house and 4th house axis. So that's giving me a message there of building boundaries and making sure that you've got things set up so that others can't just overtake your home. So it may be a situation of dealing with adult children for some of you, because the Ten of Swords there are in the area depicting children, and there's an end of a difficult situation there. The Ten of Swords is the end of something, but it clears the air and makes room for something new too also. But I will ask the divine direction for its message for you in regards to that area of children, pleasure, your joy in life, and the Ten of Swords influence there. What message do you have for Gemini? Thank you. And it's saying affirm. Create your own affirmations. Think of words or phrases that inspire you and write them down. So if you are dealing with some difficult personalities in your home that you're trying to sort out, or even if you're dealing with just people that or situations that you're supposed to be finding pleasure in, because this is the area of pleasure and they're not giving you much pleasure, you're going to have to realise which ones you can cut out. But you know, leave inspiring affirmations around everywhere to allow others to reflect upon them. Okay? And here we have the message of love in your work and health area. So if you've got any ailments, make sure you focus on it and send the love there. Send that healing energy to any areas of your body that do need some extra healing. Because here in December, with this shift in the paradigm that's taking us into a bit of an idea of what's ahead of us in 2020, it is a time of deep healing and a quest for truth. Now, you, Gemini, have got Mars in that 5th house as well. And so there is a strong drive for you to express yourself. And you are a passionate warrior with that Mars in Scorpio energy. And you can be a little bit dramatic with that energy influencing you. So make sure you're not you're not coming from a place of being a vengeful opponent. Okay? And the same goes because Mars moves from the 5th into the 6th house through December. So by about the 22nd of December, it'll be moved into the area and putting a lot of drive and action and ambition and personal stamina into that 6th house area that is about your work and how you look after your health and well-being. All right. Now, then we go to the 7th house, which is your partnerships and business associates and business partners even. And you've got strength there. So if you've been looking for changing your job or improving your work situation, this is letting you know that you've got the strength to do it. And you are going to be feeling very much physically up to the challenge. All right. Now for you, that is also being influenced by Mercury, actually. Yeah. So the influence there is about dealing with stimulating associates. And the strength card is a Leo card, so there is a bit of your ego being used here, but I do feel that you do have to use some of that, but don't be too forceful. Be affirmative, but not. So even if the road you're on is difficult, which I'm sure it has, you've been through some difficulties because you do want to run away and hibernate. I don't blame you. Wouldn't that be nice? Take the opportunity if it presents itself. Yeah, this is saying have the courage and be confident. You have the confidence to do this and get through it. Okay, it's letting you know that things are going to work out. You may have to compromise, but things are working out. So 8th house is new love or the rekindling of a existing love in a relationship. So that's really nice. New beginnings, clean slate, putting everything behind you and moving forward from here. Now, with the Ace of Cups, this is also, if you are looking at buying a new home, this is a good sign for being able to acquire a loan to do that, because the Ace of Cups is about new home. It's also about birth, being in the area of birth and rebirth and other people's money. Now, here is where you will feel the influence of the planets throughout December, because in the early part of December there's 4 planets in Capricorn, and this area for Gemini is ruled by Capricorn. So the Moon, Venus, Saturn and Pluto on the 1st of December will be moving through Capricorn, and then on the 3rd through to the 20th of December the 4 planets will be Venus, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto. And then on the 22nd the Sun enters Capricorn, making the line up the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto all in Capricorn, influencing the 8th house area. So the Venus effect will attract external resources easily here with Venus, but it's not through, well, it can be through luck, but usually it's going for a loan or, you know, getting some sort of financial backing or something like that. And it's also a wonderful sign for intimate relationships, as I said. Then there's Jupiter going through the 8th house in Capricorn as well through December. So that is all about personal expansion and other people's money and resources that you may also benefit from. Now Saturn's also in there, so you may have fears around joint enterprises and feel overwhelmed by responsibility to do with joint financial ventures and enterprises. But you'll learn much from probing the deeper side of life with the Saturn in the 8th house energy. And then you have also in that 8th house area Pluto in the 8th house. So that also wants you to probe deeply into, you know, metaphysical subjects and the ability to transform old structures into new, more enduring ones. Okay, so that may be why you're got the putting things into action and tying up loose ends. You know, you could be, you know, doing something as simple as building a new fence, for example. So interesting effects affecting us all through December with this Capricorn lineup of planets in Capricorn. Okay, so that puts you in a good place to be really channeling that Capricorn energy with that King of Pentacles. So financially, you're really looking like you're doing well. I do feel that there could be a bit of pessimism. My angels are saying pessimistic to me, but you know, you just need to turn to see what you actually have got in comparison to what your parents had, for example, or even your grandparents, and what they had to live through and what they had. And if you take, you know, if you turn around and look what you've got and what you've achieved, you've been able to attain a great deal more. They'd be very proud of you. So you've got every right to be proud of yourself. So that long range view and the view of the bigger picture is definitely required for you to just take stock of, Geminis, okay? Because you can have that Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. It's up to you to change your perspective of where you're coming at. You can't. It's not something that's happening to you. It's something you're co-creating. And then here in the 10th house, you have the boundaries being shown here, building up boundaries. So there is you do have boundaries when it comes to your career. You're not going to just do any old thing. You want to actually do something that you want to do and the way you want to do it. So I do feel that Capricorn energy again is saying that you want to be the boss. You want to be running the show, and there's nothing wrong with that either. So through December and for quite a while ahead, really, we do have a major influence there for you Geminis in the 10th house, which is Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune in Pisces is wanting, it's inspiring you to express your own spiritual vision. That you can have faith in yourself and your higher guidance. Right now you're reflecting on the way that you have lived your life and your past loves, your dreams, your artistic and spiritual endeavours. So it is a time to contemplate. You may find it frustrating if you want to take action. You need to take time for meditation and prayer, artistic pursuits. Adjust your expectations of yourself and of loved ones, and forgive and forget. Because you need to face some facts that you have let fear rather than love rule your aspects of your life. So when you're actually getting upset with other people out there that you've got to deal with in the world, just check in with yourself. Are you coming from a place of fear? Is that what's making you react? Yeah. So the metaphysical realizations may emerge during this month ahead. And you can be a wonderful service through your profession. Even though with this Neptune energy, it can get things a bit cloudy or a bit foggy where you feel like you've lost your direction in your chosen field. So you may need to, just retouch that to really get a sense of what direction you actually want to go in. So I will ask the Divine Direction cards for some clarification on that for you, Gemini. And it wants you to communicate more with others more freely. Speak up. You have a right to be heard. Well, communication sometimes isn't just about being heard. Maybe you need to write it down and, as I said, post it around the house so people can read what you've got, what you think about it all. Using affirmations. Create your own affirmations. Okay, so communication is needed there for you to deal with the career area. That's the zenith of the wheel. And this is indicating that you do have much to celebrate. You've got the Three of Cups there, and that's a celebration, invitation, engagements, that kind of thing. Births as well. The birth of the new could even be a baptism. And this is in your hopes and wishes, your manifesting area. So it could be someone that you know, because it's your social group and your friendship group as well. Okay? And lovely, lovely, the star in there in your 12th house of your subconscious. What is usually hidden from the world, your own deep feelings and thoughts on things, and you've got the star of hope there. So that's letting you know that you can rise out of the murky side of things and the negative thinking if you have been feeling a bit down, because a wish is coming true. Usually something that you've hoped for since you were a child. Okay, so it could even be an ideal career opportunity presenting itself for you, Geminis. So, and you have got the celebration, because this is the hopes and wishes area, and you got the wish card next to it. So a wish will be fulfilled. So do give thanks to the universe when it comes. So now I'll ask for your animal medicine cards for Gemini for December 2019. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay, hummingbird. Avoid being timid. Show more oomph and you can make an impact. Hovering around like a fragile little hummingbird waiting for perfect conditions can lead you to miss the boat. Flapping your wings up and down in one spot goes nowhere. Instead of procrastinating, take the initiative. So maybe you need to lead the way. Don't procrastinate. And if you have been procrastinating, this is letting you know there's enough of that procrastinating. It's time for you to take the initiative, Gemini. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me again, Gemini. I am so happy that you are a part of the tribe, and if you're not, do click on the subscribe button, and if this reading has resonated with you, give it the thumbs up. For those of you that celebrate Christmas, I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope you all enjoy yourself through the festive season. Have a wonderful new year, and I look forward to touching base with you again in the new year. So until we speak next time, many blessings, much love. Namaste.